What is up, guys? I'm George Mossey. So last night, 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 7, Episode 9 aired. Now, we watched Jovi and Yara leave New Orleans and head to Prague in the Czech Republic. And apparently, this was a one-way ticket situation. So as Gwen drops them off at the airport, she feels very sad because she's aware that Yara does not have the intent to come back to America. Now, whether or not Jovi is fully aware of that, we are learning that he doesn't have that full picture, and apparently Gwen didn't have that conversation with him before they left. So upon arriving, Yara's mother actually gets to meet Mila for the first time and see her daughter for the first time in 2.5 years. Now, this beautiful and emotional moment takes a toll on Yara, and she realizes that there's no reason why she needs to rush back to the United States, where she never really wanted to be in the first place. And her mother has actually taken a liking to Prague in the Czech Republic, and she would love for Yara to stay there with her. And on top of all of that, Yara's mother said that she would love to be a free live-in nanny for Yara and Mila, which is something that they were looking for in Gwen. So the real question is, when will they return, if they return? And how big of a deal is this? So we do know that Gwen wants her granddaughter Mila close to her, but Jovi is only home 6 out of 12 months of the year. So living in another country, is this a huge deal? Because Jovi is working in other countries 6 months out of the year. So when his home country is the United States, moving that home country to Prague in the Czech Republic isn't really a huge deal because he would only be there 180 days out of the 365 days of the year. Now, would Gwen be okay with not being able to see her granddaughter as frequently as she wants to? Because keep in mind, she does live a couple of hours away. And we have to understand that the compromise that Yara has made, because her mother met her for the first time and she is already walking. So there's so much that she has missed. So what do you think is going to happen with Jovi and Yara? Because Jovi is clearly a world traveler. He's been to so many countries. He has no issue hopping on a plane. He goes and works months at a time in other countries. So is it fair to say that Yara has to be stuck in New Orleans, in Louisiana, in the United States, even while Jovi gets to travel around the world? Even though it's for work, he's still sleeping and going to exotic places and enjoying himself when he's not physically working. I feel like it's unfair to put Yara in one place. Now, I do know it's difficult for grandparents and family to not see their family members for such a long amount of time. So I really want to know how this is going to go down because, again, Jovi wants to stay in Louisiana, even though he's only there half of the year. He definitely wants to stay close to his family. But what do you guys think? I feel like Yara has made a pretty big compromise. She's left her country, and now that the Ukraine is almost non-existent, she just want to piece together what's left of her family and just be there with them because life is so unpredictable. And I think the war has really made that super clear and transparent to Yara. So will Yara get her way and actually be able to be around her family and friends and Jovi accept that? Or will Jovi and Yara crumble under this pressure because they haven't really had to make such a huge decision together? And I feel like this decision might be the biggest decision of their lives that they would have to make together. All right, guys, I'm George Mossey. Make sure to follow me on all social media at George Mossey and at georgemossey.com for all your 90 Day Fiancé news and updates. I'm going to talk to all of you real soon.